Recording has started. All right, perfect. So once again, I'm going to do a general overview of the system, and then from here, we'll once again open it up to some questions for you. We're going to take a look at the dashboard. We're going to take a look at the dispatch board, as well as work orders, how to manage projects, how you can upload those documents, as well as pictures into the system. Also, how you can assign certain things in the system, and then we can essentially go from there. So start with this dashboard. This is just letting you all know what's happening under the hood. If any of these are irrelevant to the way in which you all do business, you can always remove them by coming over to the three dots and hitting remove. All of our widgets can be added from the add widget icon. And this just kind of shows you some of the things that are important to you all, whether it be calls by service type, whether it is revenue by service type, whether you all are doing a call count based off of what you all are sending out there, dispatch volume, tech scorecard, you name it. And we're always open to suggestions from our customers. The majority of what you see in the widgets have been suggestions from our customers, and we'll mock it up, draw it out. If it suits the need of our customers, then we'll go ahead and put it into development and test it out with Q&A, and hopefully bring it to the market in an organized manner. So a lot of what you see here was built based off of recommendations from our customers, and we'd love to hear more about what you guys would need in order for this to make sense. We also have the ability to add additional dashboards. So you'll see here that I have a DW dashboard, Office Manager dashboard, and so it can be customized to suit the need of the individual and their role, so that they can see the things in which they need to see. Okay. Now, we just went over the dashboard. We're going to make our way over here to the admin section. Now, admin, when we start setting up the company, we want to make sure that we connect this the way in which you need. So we're going to upload you all's logo, company information, connect to your QuickBooks, connect to a Twilio to ensure that you can text and email out of the system. And all that's going to be available to you during the implementation and onboarding period. Now, we do provide you all with 60 days onboarding. If you need any time after that, all we ask is that you ask nicely to see if there's availability and time to book on their calendar to help you with what it is that you may need help with. As we go in, we also have certain things that we need to set up around your company options, around setting up your technicians and the trays that you all provide, you name it. Some of this stuff you're going to set up, some of the stuff you won't, but there's a lot of things that we can set up to customize to your business using the platform. And so I just want to make sure that you're aware of it because we want to assist you all in taking the load off of multiple systems and put them into one. Sort of like your standalone all-in-one system. We also provide you all with the ability to manage a dictionary. So there are going to be some languages that you all use in the engineering space that may be different than the HVAC service space or the electrical space. And we want to make sure that you all are using your language. So whatever we bring reference to, whether it be a service master for customer location or site location, or customer master for the AR customer or for the billing account, you all will once again be able to decide that so it suits you all's need as a company. Okay. We can set up groups and users and email templates and text templates to communicate with the client out of the system. All again, once again, are custom. So we want to make sure we do that for you all to set that up in a manner that helps you all. I'm now going to go over to our dispatch board, and you'll see it populate here for us. Right now, I am looking at one of my custom views, DW template. I put February, but you'll see here as I go to all, we're looking at the vertical time slot view. I can see all of my technicians and employees here. If I want to split them up, I can come up here to a basic view, and it shows me all of my technicians, everything that they have scheduled for today, and I can see all of my technicians on one window. This helps us be able to schedule and lets us know, one, who's available and on duty. So the red hat means they're off duty. Green hat means they're on duty. And then we can also specialize the trade that they're in so that we know exactly that we're booking and scheduling this with the right person who has the right skill set. Okay. Now, anytime that we need to schedule a call, especially an unscheduled call, so we've already drafted up some work for a client, and we need to go ahead and put this on the calendar to get the technician to work. All we have to do is take from our list here, drag and drop it to whoever we want. And let's say I want to do this with Heather Finch. I drag and drop it there. There's a zone gate that essentially allows us to confirm that this is set up in the right zone. Um, Especially if you work in multiple locations in multiple municipalities or regions, you want to make sure that it's set up for the right zone. So I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. And now Heather received a push notification letting her know that she has another job scheduled. To go out there, do the drawings, draft it up in CAD, and then to get that completed and get it out to the customer in an organized fashion by emailing it out to the customer from the platform. Okay. Now, even if we need to move some things around, we can drag and drop it. So let's say, for instance, I want to take that job I just scheduled, Timmy Gravel, and I want to schedule it over here with my technician, Darrell. All I have to do, once again, drag and drop it, and we now have that work order. Either we can copy it and assign this technician, or we can move it over. So you have two options there. Let's say I want to copy it and ensure that we're both assigned to this job. So you see Timmy Gravel here, and you see Timmy Gravel here as well. Okay? Any questions as I'm going through this? Anything popping out or that you want to address? As far as what in particular, like the address and name, or I do believe this is the basic information on here. You have this option that allows you to see more details without having to leave the dispatch board. So we have the work order number, job number. We also have the AR customer name, their phone number, which will populate here, address, what you guys are going out there to do. And so once again, it stays here to where it doesn't necessarily take up too much of the landscape, but we can get the information. And then we can right click on the option to get the call details, the call info or call details, which takes us right over to the work order to allow us to make some updates however we need to right from here. All right. We also have the mapping function, which allows you to see the calls on a map. So most of the contractors that we work with, they want to see visibility into where their techs are, as well as where their customers are. And you can see here that we have our locations, Lifetime Gym. It's yellow because it's commercial plan maintenance. We have our red here because it is a residential service here. And then I believe this one is a residential install. So all the colors are going to be defined based off of the service category that you all have. And that's going to show up once again on the map for you, as well as you're going to have the ability to be able to see the technicians and their locations as well. All right. And then for any reason, if we need to move things over to a different date instead of having to do one by one, we do have an option that allows us to reschedule calls and to reschedule however many that we need, whether we want to move to a new date, extend the call to a new date, or assign it to a different technician. We can do that in mass as opposed to having to do it one by one. And that just saves you all a ton of time instead of having to do them one by one. All right. So now I'm going to move over to the work order and the service ticket. Was there anything else you'd like to ask us about the dispatch board before I moved on to the work order? All righty. So this right here is going to be our customer location. I also consider this the site or the other site location in which you all are going to go and do the work. So as we kind of dig a little bit deeper into your process, right? You send somebody out there, you do you potentially do some drawings, and with those drawings, do you all scan them in using a phone? Do you scan it in using a scanner? How do you all scan the drawings in? A scanner? Okay, gotcha. So you'll be able to scan, and then right here you'll see here we have a document section. Okay. And if you have a scanner, you scan those documents in. You now can add the documents in here. You can select the file, upload. You can show it to customer or not, show it to technician or not, give it a description, and then hit save. Okay. Now you can also um, go back to an actual image here. Okay. You can also see a preview of the image once it's uploaded, whether or not you need to zoom in and zoom out, and then you can also print it and then download it as well. So you're not just set to the uploading functionality. You can actually download and print the file as well. So you have a few options there for you. But this is where pictures and documents are going to be stored on the customer's profile. And if you have the ability to be able to do it on each work order as well. But anytime that you upload a picture to a work order, it's also going to store it in those documents as well. And you're in control of the naming convention, the description that's there as well. And then you'll see here we have the email option, giving us the ability to go ahead and email out this image to the customer right from here. Okay. So that streamlines a little bit of the process for you. Now, when we look at this screen as well, billing sometimes doesn't happen with the same site, right? Sometimes the AR, may not live at the site or may not work at the site, but they're the ones responsible for billing. So that's the reason why you see Charlie Kirk here as the AR account, and then you have the Broken Spoke Lounge and Deli as the site location. Shows us the map view, which is great. We can zoom in, zoom out, even go to the street level if necessary. As we scroll down, we can see all of our work orders that we've done for the customer. You'll see here the work order number, in which it will take me to the work order. We also see that the invoice number is the same. All of these columns are customizable to you all. So you'll see here, if I hit the three dots anywhere, I can come here to where it says columns, and you'll see here that I have a few more options, or I can also take away some of those options. So maybe I want to take away this S here, as well as the end times, right? And you see it happens on the fly for us. We even have the ability for each column to sort. So if I hit that, I now have it sorted the way in which I want it, right? And then I also can set some filtering capabilities around showing only certain things. So once again, you all will be able to customize this. You can increase, decrease wherever you need to. Ultimately, this is up to you all on what you all want to use here. And then you'll find that this will definitely help you guys out in streamlining the day-to-day. We do host contracts, equipment, quote, and projects, as well as prospect notes and recommendations here. Do you see any of that helping you out? Absolutely. So on the project side, if you come over here and I'll open up my AC install project, you'll see from the project here, not only can we store proposals here, you'll see documents at the end here. And then you'll see here, we have work orders for service calls, invoices, purchase orders, any labor that we've done. We can calculate that labor. We can also calculate the material that's here as well. So it's going to be an all-encompassing project to include everything that you all need there, as well as who's responsible, who's the project manager. If there's a salesperson involved, we include that salesperson. And then any, once again, service calls that are built from here, like book a call, you can then assign it to the technician that you all want to go out and do this work. Cool. And I really love this the project because it does have the profitability score. So you'll be able to see the income, cost, and profit. You may not necessarily use all of it, but at least it shows you the metrics that helps you all understand whether or not we're walking away from this job profitable. So that's something to help you all in the future, as well as being able to apply deposits to the project as well. Yes, sir. So whenever we go back, let me just hit the back button real quick. You'll see here that all of our work order numbers are tied to invoice numbers. Okay. And the reason why we do that, let me actually sort this and bring these back up. The reason why we do that is because it takes all the guesswork out of, hey, I can't find the invoice number, or what is the invoice number? Well, if the work order has already been completed or created, the invoice number should be the same number. Okay. And when I click on this invoice link here, it takes me over to the invoice. We have a few options that you all can send out to the customer. And keep in mind, the logo here that says SAWIN Service Automation would be your logo. Okay. But you'll see here that we have the full detail, which is about, it's showing 5 pages, but it shouldn't actually be 5 pages. Um, I'll get that corrected. Then we have the billing category, which depending on the category of billing, and then we also have the custom, which we will work with you all to build out the custom way in which you all want this document to be shown. And then we have the full detail, which I showed before, which has all the details. No details, which is a simplified version to hand out to the technicians or maybe to customers to let them know what the balance is. And then we also have the solution codes, which is if you do have solution codes or flat rates that you've used before, then we can map this to where it only shows the items in which you all charge for. I mean the full price as opposed to the itemized list of the things in which you all provided to the clients. So there's a few options here. Once again, we'll work with you all to customize it to look like it came from you and to have the general layout that you all need. But these are a few of the options here. Yep. And then you could print these out, send them out. Probably don't want to print them out anymore, but if you want to, you have the option. And then you can also, once again, email this over to the customer. So we can hit email here. It automatically plugs in the email address to the client that is on file, and then it goes out with the invoice attached, as well as a nice little link for payment, if that's something that you all want to do. Okay. Now, one of the other things that I really like, and I haven't showed it on a few of our demos, is our customer portal. And the customer portal is something you can give access to your clients that allows them to submit requests on you all's behalf, right? Instead of you all having to pick up the phone or go out to the job site in order to get the request, you can actually have it to where let me pull it up real quick. You can have it to where they can have access to this portal and submit requests. So let me open it up real quick and log in. Oh, don't tell me that. What did I do? Okay, good. I was like, what did I do? Okay. So like all of my login information is the same. All right. So this right here is for my customer lifetime gym. You see here that they have 6 pending invoices, 2 pending scheduled, 3 active contracts, no open quotes, and no open recommendation. If they wanted to submit a request, all they have to do, oop, wrong button. All they have to do, I'm just hitting this hamburger icon so I can come over here, is go to locations, and then we want to, there we go, book a call. And right here from booking a call, we choose the service. And so you all would have the list of the services in which you all provide. For right now, I'm just going to select HVAC and I'm going to hit next. Give it a problem type, whether it's, depending on the options that you all have here. The contact name, phone number should already be in there. And then they can hit the notify me once this is received. We would like someone to draw out the facility, you know, North Division, something like that. And then right here, we hit next. We can choose a date and time. And so you'll see here, these are some of the options as far as timing. We can do first call for the day on Friday the 10th. Hit next. All right, it shows us that the preferred time is not selected. I could have sworn I chose first call. All right, here we go. There we go. And now it is ready to be booked. So it just lets us know these are the details. We're ready to go ahead and get it booked. Book call. Thank you. Someone will contact you shortly to schedule a call. We just received an email that this call is ready to be booked. It still remains in the unassigned until someone picks it up. So if I come back over here to our dispatch board, here we go. Lifetime Gym. Open up the details. Okay. So this is yeah, we set it up for, actually we didn't set it up for today. Hold on real quick. It might be this one. No, we didn't set that up for today either. Let me hit refresh. Do, 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 do. See, I can't remember which one I chose. I think I chose the start date of the 10th. I might have confused myself. Um, but I want to say I know I chose it for the 10th. But essentially, the portal is going to send that over to the email to let them know that they have a confirmation of a booking that needs to be confirmed. It'll go into this unassigned category here, and then from here we have the ability to drag and drop it, schedule it to the technician that they have to work based off of the time that we've already set as a first call that goes out from this customer portal. There's a few other things that you can do here. You also have some suggestions or feedback. They can upload any documents that they want. So from here, they can upload their documents or view their documents. And then as we go up, they can also associate any equipment specific to what you guys are working on here as well. So there's a lot of customization for the customer to be able to do things in here. And part of this is also to communication, right? So we want to ensure that we know who all is going to be our primary contacts while we're out there. So Johnny Treadmill is our primary contact, but we may have additional contacts that we may reach out to when we go on site. So wanted to at least show this to you just to kind of think through the streamlining process of having to go out there all the time. If that's something that you all want to do, by all means, you don't have to use this, but this is available to you within the program. Awesome. Now I'd like to show you the field worker application. Let me open up my phone and I'll show you from, okay, I haven't done this on Google Meet yet. So let's see. Do I have to download the app? Yeah, I think I have to download the app first. Give me a sec. All right, we're in there. Allow, give access. All right, enter code VMO. Next page. We did that incorrect. MQER XFH. All right. All right, let's admit you, sir. Stop sharing the screen.
This call is
Sorry. All right, let's not go. Let's turn this down all the way. All right. So let's see, share screen. I figure they all have the same thing. Continue. Start broadcast. All right. You all can see the screen, correct? All right, perfect. So this is going to be the view of for the technicians out there in the field, but this is really for anybody with field operations. And what they have the ability to be able to do is see their schedule for things that are on the schedule for today. If I wanted to look in the past or the future, I can hit the arrows left to right. And then in order for me to do any work, I have to mark myself on duty. So the reason why we see a green dot next to on duty is because I am on duty. And if I were to ever go off duty, it would turn red and it wouldn't allow us to make any changes. Okay. Now, our first job there is with Johnny Treadmill over at Lifetime Gym. And it shows me that there's a check heat as far as the first call. It tells me that there's no purchase orders. That's the reason why there's a zero there. Parts 2 contract is available as well. So there's a few details that show there for us. At the top right of that block, we can see the map pinpoint as well as the call function, giving us the ability to call that customer from here as well as get driving directions to the location. Now, all I have to do is tap into this field, the block there, and it opens up the job for me. Now, if you were in the field doing your work, kind of talk me through the process. Are we, do we have to introduce ourselves to anyone when we first get to the job site? How's it happen? Was the HBC building, or if they just call out there and say, hey, we need to go look at this area over here, and we sign in, and that would be about the interaction we have with that close to the. Gotcha. Okay. And then as far as the first things that you want to do when you do get out there, all right, hold on, I'm echoing. Hold on real quick. Okay. All right. So they sign in. So we've signed into the site. So let's say, for instance, we go to our call option. So if you scroll down here, right here to call time, we're going to hit that pencil icon. It's going to let us know that we've dispatched out. I'm trying to figure out where I'm echoing it. Sorry, it's all good. So we dispatched it out, let the customer know that we're on the way. We can then hit the arrive to let them know that we've arrived and that we've signed in to the location. Okay. Now, once we hit arrive, we now have the ability to do a number of things. And one thing I love to show is our checklist option. If you look all the way down there, right there where it says checklist, I can hit that. And this takes me through things that I need to complete in order for me to leave the job site. Okay. So I have a few options here. So the fourth one from the bottom, checkout of the call, I can have a checklist of things that I need to complete. Do I have my signatures? Do I have my pictures? It's going to load up here. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Wi-Fi. But I can see it on my phone, just not on the screen. Why drew a blank? Oh, there it goes. Okay. The moment I hit back, it comes up. All right. I did not know who that is. Sorry about that. Decline. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Here we go. All right. So right here, check out a call, signature, and pictures. Are they available? If so, hit yes, and it'll populate for you all out there in the office. But there's also a number of options here. So if I just click on our summer inspection, I wanted just to at least show you that you have the ability to do readings, you have the ability to do drop downs, check boxes, and then we even have it to where you can do a grading. Was the summer PM? I think it is a grading, very similar to the red, yellow, and the green, whether it's good, fair, or great, or fair, good, and great. And then you could also upload pictures here and capture signatures. So kind of like when you guys sign in, if you need to meet with somebody and they signed off on the work that has been done, you can do that from a checklist as opposed to just on the work order of the job. Okay. All right. And then let's go back over here to the job. So we have our details. We know what we went out there to do. We may have, once again, the checklist. So you can check that off. But we have a few other places where I can plug in the worker description. I can plug in some miscellaneous details. I can also come in here and associate any equipment, purchase order, parts. I can plug in some tech notes. I can capture an additional signature from the customer. And then right here is going to be the bread and butter, right? The ability to be able to upload documents. You'll see here I have the option of being able to hit the plus icon. And not only can I take pictures or select from a gallery, but I can also select videos or capture videos. And these are up to 15 seconds. So this is not, your feature film or your Netflix movie, right? But this is something that you all can use to your benefit, especially to assist in the drawing, in the CAD drawings as you all would be working on that project. And kind of do it in stages, right? Like you can show the stages to the customers, which I think is a nice little journey that they can kind of go on with you all.
But these are just ideas. The reality is you all use what you need to. If it's just uploading the documents, you can upload them from here. And once you upload them, you give it a name and it's stored on this work order as well as on the customer's location for you all to reference at a later time. If for any reason we need to go in and look at the service master, which is essentially the customer master account, we can go in and look at any history. Once again, anything here, contracts, quotes, documents that we have on the customer side, as opposed to on the work order side, if that makes sense. So we wanted to give you everything that you needed to complete the work order and the job. And if for any reason you run into any issues, you can obviously communicate that up to the team in the office. But if not, if everything was done, they come here to that call time, go to the pencil icon, and they will want to hit complete. But before they can hit complete, they have to register an outcome code. Okay. So that outcome code is going to be the whichever code that you all decide. So it may be complete. It may need needs CAD drawing. It may need hey, we need more drawings before we can do the CAD. Ultimately, you all will determine what's here so that you can ensure that things are done in the manner in which you all need. So let's say, for instance, it needs approval. I can then hit done, right? And then I can hit complete up top. And this will essentially go into a needs approval folder, which will now allow us to be able to reschedule this and put in the dates and time for the tech that's going to go out there there at a later time based off of the approval. Okay. If it doesn't need to be rescheduled, we just deselect that. We're pretty much done here. If we need to invoice the customer or send them an email based off of the work that we've done, we come right here to the invoice section, tap on the number. This brings us over to the ability to add any additional charges or anything that you may want to charge. If not, this can solely just be a summary of the work in which you all did. And then all you need to do is go up to the top, hit the little mail icon. This will email out to the customer the invoice details as you all have designed it within our implementation period. And then we get this out to the customer. Okay. And then we just hit send. Lets us know that the email will be sent. And then once the email is sent, there will be a banner that lets you know. You can remove that banner, sorry, by just tapping on it, and we're good to go from here. Okay. So we also have the ability to text it, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be email. If you all prefer to use texting, that's the first option to the right, the little texting bubble. From here, you also can upload more pictures if necessary. You can capture a signature from the client by sending them a request to their phone. So there doesn't have to be exchanging of devices. You can always just send it over to them to capture a signature. You also have the signature on site, right? So the authorized work, invoice, or the text signature, you have that available to you all. Okay. And then last but not least, we have the just the authorized work. So prior to us kind of going from left to right, we want to make sure that all authorized work has been completed and signed off on. We've gotten the signatures from the point of contact, and we've emailed out the communication to the clients before we moved on to the next job site or made our way back to the headquarters. Awesome. One other thing I like to point out is just around our menu option. If you're an owner operator and you're also out there doing a number of things similar to your technicians, you want to ensure that you have everything available to you in the mobile app as you do in the admin system. And this is what you're seeing from the menu option. So we can go in and search all of our customers. We can add new customers, which is a new service master. We can go into any unassigned calls that have not been assigned, and we can work them. We have our most used list of parts or materials, things of that nature. We have the tech time card that shows you all of your tech time cards. You have your inventory if you're using that. We have a training module that allows you to train your team up the way in which you all need to train by either uploading videos or manuals or documents rather on how you want the team to be trained on the work that they need to do. And I believe that is vital to any business, especially ongoing training. We do that here. So my assumption is everyone else will be doing it, if not already doing it. My team shows where the team's located. The scan bar equipment barcode is primarily for equipment. It's still to me in beta because it's not necessarily operating the way in which we designed it to. So the way in which we designed it is you go to a service location, you see a piece of equipment, you have a barcode there, you can scan it, it pulls up the customer history, and takes you to work orders that have that equipment tied to it. It's still once again in beta. You can scan it, but right now it's just going to pull up the customer profile. It's not going to take you to the work orders. Then we have offline capabilities, meaning that if you run out of service, you're still able to work on the last 3 to 4 jobs that you all have pulled up, with the ability to update, capture signature, and add pictures. You are not able to complete the job from offline mode because it needs to make sure that all those elements are in place. But once you get into a data area, you can mark it as complete. Okay? And then last but not least is really transfer. Transfer is really around inventory. So how do we transfer inventory from one area to the next? Okay. All right. And that is pretty much it for the mobile app. I didn't really show you the time card, but this is the time we registered throughout the day, and that can be pushed into a payroll report. But that is essentially my, as I like to call my dog and pony show. So let me come back here. All right, awesome. So based off everything that you saw today, Aaron, do you see that? Do you see there being any value to looking into the platform a little bit more? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, one thing I'll tell you is we built a software platform that can work in different industries, but as a reminder, you don't have to use everything. Okay. Our goal is to give you what you need as you need to grow and as you need to get organized and put things in place. But we teach more best practices with our clients during the implementation period of, hey, let's start here and then we'll work our way up to that, so that you all once again can get the most out of the software. Um, let's see here. Only other thing that we didn't necessarily talk about is around pricing. So depending on the needs that you have, and I know that you said you're trying to see what all we have, you're trying to get organized. I'd recommend our 249 plan to get you started with, and then eventually get you up to our 499 plan. The 249 is going to get you the basics of being able to schedule and dispatch, being able to upload your images, be able to upload those documents as well, and get those out to the customer in an email or a text message. If you need anything tied to contracts or billing or custom documents of any sort, then our top plans would be required. But for right now, I think 249 would fit you all. It covers your entire organization. And all it requires is you saying, hey, I'm ready to move forward. We'll get the account set up, and then we'll start the implementation period. You don't need 60 days, but we give you 60 days just so that you don't feel rushed. And we train you, we help set you up, and we ensure that you all can adopt and use the program for your day to day to help you all stay organized. Yes, sir. 249 a month. Once again, covers the entire organization. That fee will not change. That's going to be the 249 for the time that we commit. So usually we do recurring service every month, so it's 249 every month. And then if for any reason you say, hey, I want to move up to another plan, then once again that becomes your new plan and your new price based off of the needs that you have. Gotcha. Okay. Now I know that just don't necessarily have a deadline, and you're not necessarily looking to make a decision today. But I have to do my job today, Aaron. I have to ask you for the sale, so I'm going to do that now. Um, if if you saw value today, would you like to go ahead and move forward with SAWin? Okay.